Hey church family, Pastor Jared here to give you an update with what the plans are for our church in terms of regathering. As you know, I have formed an ad hoc committee with Jerry Sorrell, the chairman of the deacons, alongside Dr. Barry O'Neill and Dr. Ron Abersald to see how we can come back together safely. First thing I want to say is this. As I tell you these plans, if you do not feel like you can safely come back and regather with us, if you don't feel that it's time for you, then that is totally okay. We're totally fine with that. We want you to do what is safe for you, but also have a chance for us to worship as a church family. So just know that these plans are written in pencil. They're not written in pen. Things could change the week of, depending on how testing looks here in the DFW area. And we're just closely monitoring that and talking to medical personnel to make sure we are making the right decisions. We are tentatively planning for May the 31st to start our services here in our sanctuary once again. What we're going to do is have 3 English services that we're going to limit to 100 people. So that way we can sit every other pew and we can keep 6-foot social distancing. The first service will be at 8:15 and it will be a traditional service. We'll have a pianist and our organ, and we'll sing traditional hymns of the faith, and that will be a 70 and up service. So we're going to save that time for our members who are 70 years old or older, people in a more vulnerable age category. That way, when you come in, nobody else has been in our sanctuary. We have disinfected and cleaned, and you know you're coming to a safe environment. Our second service will be at 9:45. It will be more of a blended service, which you're used to us doing here on Sunday mornings, normally just without a choir because we can't do that in a safe way. And then at 11:15, we will have a modern worship time. We will have a band and we will sing more modern music or hymns with a modern twist to them. And at 12:30, we will have our Spanish service. We will have 40 minutes after each service to disinfect our sanctuary. We have a hospital-grade disinfectant that we will run over all the seats and every door that is touched. When you come here on Sunday mornings, you will see signage that will instruct you to come in one door and you will exit out another. So that way we can keep all areas clean. And the only bathrooms that will be open are the bathrooms behind me in the foyer. We'll allow one person at a time in there so they can be clean after that person goes in there. And we would just ask that unless it's an emergency, you don't use those bathrooms so we can keep them as clean as possible. We're not going to require you to wear a mask when you come to worship, but we're going to strongly recommend that you do that. Now, the mask doesn't prevent you from getting COVID-19, but it prevents you from spreading it. And I know I don't like wearing masks, and I know that maybe many of you don't like doing that, but we do believe this is a love of neighbor issue. So if you would wear a mask when you come to worship, that will help us a lot. Follow the guidelines, sit every other pew. You can sit with your family, but if you're not sitting with your family, you need to keep 6 feet from other people. We won't do a welcome time where we shake hands. We won't pass the offering plate. We'll have designated areas where you can give to that. It's going to look a little different for a while, but we think this is the right way to do it. On our website, we're going to have a link that we'll send out in the email that allows you to go and reserve a worship time for you to worship at. If you don't want to use that, you can call the church office from 10 to 3, Monday through Thursday, to reserve a spot. If your service fills up, please know that we hate that we have to say that we can't take anybody else, but we will be streaming all 3 services on Facebook, and they'll be posted on our page as well, on our website at the end of the day. So even if you can't come be with us in person, you can still worship online. Like I said, this is written in pencil, not pen. So if things get worse, we may push it back. If things continue to get better, then we will plan for May 31st to have those 3 times, 8:15, 9:45, and 11:15 for worship. Expect the worship services to last from 45 to 50 minutes. So it'll be shorter than our normal services. And just know that we won't have any nursery, we won't have any Sunday school, no kids, no youth, none of that. It'll just be time for us to worship in phase 1. We're working on a phase 2 plan as things continue to get better, but right now we just want to focus on this. If you've got any questions, feel free to call the church office, feel free to reach out to me, and know that decisions that we're making are ones that we are taking very, very seriously. So So if you feel like you are at risk and you don't need to come, that's fine. Worship with us on Facebook. If you feel like it's time for you to come back, then we have services that we're planning to come back together and worship with you on May the 31st. We'll keep you in the loop. We'll let you know if anything changes, and I look forward to seeing you then.